Hello? Hey. So his key fob not working either? Child, he need to pay his rent, child.
Is he putting it at the right spot?
Are you putting it at the right spot? It turns green, but he's not getting in the door.
I don't know what to say, I'm live. So you gonna go down and get him?
He's live right now. We're live in 5.
What's up, randoms?
Open up what door?
Did you see it?
Oh, wait. So, I'm confused. You're at the door? Are you... Okay, go out his door so you want to get next to the live. Okay, I'll be right back, y'all. Okay. I'm outside the door. Oh.
What's up, you guys? What's up, you guys?
Oh, myself.
Hi, randoms.
Okay.
I'm over here just doing a little marketing.
What's up, you guys? Is the laptop okay? I think it's fine. My hair looks crazy though.
Maybe we should push it back some.
I feel like it looks bigger back.
Yeah.
Everything's good?
No, my car's good.
Is it really?
Yeah, good.
Oh no.
Y'all live.
If you don't mind waiting, I can, it depends on what you want. You want to save $75? I can call them and be like, y'all have to be booting on this thing? Because I don't know what, like, I'll talk about that after this, child.
Yeah, I'll pay for it. It's fine.
What's up, you guys? Alright, so we are going to talk about a few things. Happy to have you guys here. I know y'all are very expecting a vlog. It's not coming today. I think I'm going to change my vlog days to Mondays because the editing is just too much for me on my off day. I'd rather edit on a day that I'm working. But anyways, one of the topics we're going to talk about is, what we said we're going to talk about, child?
Changing for your meal.
Oh yeah. Do you think, are you open to changing anything about yourself when you enter a relationship, or not changing something? Like, let's say that the person that you're dating wants you to change something. I mean, are you willing to change it, or are you not willing to change it? And let's say that you enter the relationship, and for some reason you look a certain way, and they want you to change how you look, your how you present or whatever. Are you open to doing those things? I'm gonna start. I am open to making changes for my man. It depends on what it is, of course. I'm willing to, like, if there's something subtle that you want me to change about myself, now not the way I act or not the way I think or, you know, not nothing like that, but like if it's something like as simple as a haircut, a hairstyle. If you don't like a certain hairstyle, I'm willing to make that change. If you like a specific hairstyle, I'm willing to make those changes as well too. But I'm not willing to make any like severe changes. What do you guys think?
I have changed for my pronouns on here.
Oh, I didn't introduce you. Hold up.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
you
right
guys.
Right
This is Tracy James. Y'all know. Y'all follow him. If y'all follow him on YouTube, at Tracy James. And this is my friend Fredrick.
Hey.
He's joining us. Justin's over there handling some business.
Freddie
over there.
P.
With my ghetto apartment complex, child. But yeah, what you gotta say?
So I have changed for my significant other. I used to be like, I can hold a grudge. So like, I'm mad at you for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was early on the stages of me like finding myself for like my man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, he never wanted to go like to bed angry or mad and everything like that. And I had to think about that, like, you know, how does that look? How does that work? Like, suppose I die tomorrow, like I'm angry at you, but yet, so I changed that. That was something I changed about myself.
Mm-hmm.
My hairstyle, my facial, all that, like, I probably would not. I had a friend, older guy, like, he can be older, well, nothing like that, but he wanted me to change my pubic hair, like my facial hair. If you're not financing that, why would I do that?
Yeah.
Give me the money.
Hello?
If you're going to,
What didn't he like about your facial hair?
for one, he put too much expectations. He was like, this is gonna be my last relationship. I didn't like that. Don't put that too much on me, because we're not even there yet. We not even in that stage.
You know, I was in a relationship though.
No, we weren't. So don't put all that on me. And then he was like, well, I don't want you to cut your facial hair. I want you to, like, I don't want you to cut your pubes. I want your pubes to be like this, that. But if you're financing me, you're financing me, you give me them. I can do those things. Don't jump. And he just bought me a Burberry shirt and a fucking Saks drawers. You can't.
What is a Saks drawers?
Saks. S-A-X-X. S-A-X-X. But if you, yeah, but if you're not doing that, and then he took me to like Saks Fifth to see what I like, see what he like. But if you're not financing that now, why the fuck are you gonna tell me how to have my facial hair, how to cut my hair, how to have my pubes? Like, no,
Yeah,
you're
that's
not
a
doing
bit
that.
much.
So I mean, to a certain extent, I would change for the right factor. To make myself better, yes, I would do that. But if it doesn't make sense to me, no, I'm not gonna do that.
So you're willing to do like make changes to better your personality, but not how you present.
Correct. Well, yeah.
So, listen, I'm not changing for no man, honey, okay? One thing about it, two things for sure. I feel like a lot of times when guys want you to change, it's a self-esteem thing. It's almost like a projection. You want to be able to see yourself within me, and that's not how this is going to work. So if I come to the table, you know what I'm saying? Like if you...
Wait, bring that back.
It's like you almost want to see yourself within me, if that makes sense. So it's like, I'm not going to change the way I am to better suit your self-esteem and your security. So if I come to the table a certain way and I evolve and I grow within that relationship, I should have the freedom to do that. And if it's not something that's drastically changing our dynamic, why is it an issue for me to want to explore or try different things? Like, for example, we were speaking earlier about nail polish, right? So I can understand if you're not into nail polish in terms of like a sexual sense. But if I come to the table with my nails already painted clear, at some point I might try a design. I might try a color. So it's not so far-fetched. So I'm not going to change that. And I feel like in terms of what might affect you as far as like going to sleep mad, that makes sense. Like who wants to go to sleep mad and upset? That's something you can change. That's almost kind of like a character flaw in my opinion. That's fair.
Very much so.
But my personality, no. I'm not changing the way I dress. If I wake up one day I want to wear a halter top, I'm going to wear a halter top. If I wake up one day I want to wear a t-shirt, I'm going to wear a t-shirt.
Let's talk about it.
I agree with that.
Get with the program.
Really?
Because you with me at the end of the day. You ain't with the way I dress.
But did he see you how you dress with this halter top?
I would hope so. I would hope so. Because
Okay.
I try to like put everything out there in the beginning. Like I give you everything. Like my full personality, full femininity, full everything. So you can see it and you can know from the beginning like, okay, he might dibble and dabble in other things.
Talking about that, with me, I don't like some people that they like this online dating type situation. Me, I'm just like, I'm an old school type of guy. Like, I want to meet you in person because I want you to see how I am with my friends, right?
Yeah.
And if that gives fem, if that gives mass, whatever it is, you see that for one.
Right.
So you're gonna take me for that. Cause when you do this online dating, you can put this and you can put that up. You can put so much
You want to create.
Correct.
Persona. Yeah.
Persona to the fact that's not even you. But for me, old school, I'm not about to do all this like online dating shit like that. Like, yeah, I mean, of course, everybody be on apps. Now, I'm proud to say that I've never been on like an app like that or whatever.
Really?
Never.
Nothing.
Nobody can say that I've ever been on Jack. Now, you know, back in the day, the old school type of shit. That we are not going to talk websites. That
Okay.
BGC Live.
Hello. Now, I used to do that for the forums to read.
What was your reading, boo?
Yeah.
They had some juicy forms on there.
Oh, you was on that reading too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, but for me, I want you to see, like how you say, I want you to see for who I am. And when you see me with my friends, that's my authentic self.
Exactly.
And if it's not that, then I can't. What the fuck I'm gonna be? Like I can't. I'm never fake. None of my friends will tell to say that Freddie is a fake bitch. Like, fake person. But again, and it's just because that's how I come off. Like you're gonna see me for who I am,
Right.
and I want you to accept me for who I am.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I respect
So
that.
I think I'm the lone wolf in this because I'm willing to make certain changes or not make certain changes. Like in my previous relationship, in my current relationship, I've been wanting to dye my hair black, like jet black.
Hold on, wait. We can't skip past that. In your what relationship?
Previous in my current relationship, I already talked about that.
No, previous
Oh.
and current.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so
I must have missed that one.
Flash.
What vlog was that, honey?
One that hasn't been uploaded yet.
Oh.
But this is not the
You
platform.
talk about the current?
Anyway,
Ooh.
stick to the topic. Stick to the topic.
Let's stick to it.
I'm willing to make those changes. Like I'm willing to not dye my hair black. Like it's not that big of a deal. It's, you know, I kind of wanted to change or whatever, but it's not a big of a deal. If you feel like, I feel like you want to definitely keep in mind how the person met you, and if you met me with lighter hair color, I think it's okay for you to not want me to dye my hair black. Or if you met me with hair, I think it's okay for you to not want me to cut my hair off. And also like with my nails, like y'all know I just started like doing like designs on my nails last year, and my current situation.
What type of nails?
My
What
current
type of nails?
boyfriend like little designs on my nails. They know. They see it.
So not like color.
No colors. No. I don't even do black. I do like new colors on my nails.
I feel like you would give a sickening deep blue.
That would never happen.
A mermaid.
That would. Honey.
That would literally never happen. But he don't like it, and so I was like, "Oh, I'm glad you told me that. I'm glad you told me that you don't like it, because I would have been around here designed up, and you not liking that. I feel like that's a quick, easy change. I'm not attached to having designs on my nails. It's not something I have to have at all. So I appreciate him letting me know and
Why'd
telling
you
me
do
that,
it though?
because I wanted to try something new. Y'all not about to make me feel bad about not doing it.
Oh,
Because I feel
I would
fine.
never.
I'm
Yeah.
just to go. I think so. I'll say my part. I think I'm definitely on the team Tracy and Freddie of this conversation, because I feel like that is like just like the baby steps to control. That's like a controlling part of a relationship.
Baby
because
steps.
I'm now saying, you know what, babe, I don't like your nails, and then
He
once
can-
I
he's
see that you
controlling.
conform
He
to
can be
that-
controlled.
No, I'm not calling
No.
anybody control.
Oh, I am.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just talking about the topic,
Okay.
and I feel like that's where it starts. It's
You
like
just stop. You just.
I don't like you to have your nails this way, and it's gonna be I don't like when you do this, and it's gonna be I don't like when you do. It's only gonna get higher and higher.
Mhm.
Well, okay.
So I just feel like that's just the beginning steps of
Like
a
the
controlling
puberty and all that,
relationship.
right?
Because at the end of the day, if you are if you are open to me experimenting in the bedroom, because everybody's open to that, that's a form of me changing. If you're open to that, but why are you not open to
For
me
the
being the person that I
bedroom.
am when I'm outside of that, me expressing my own individuality? So I just feel like those are like the beginning
Mhm.
stages of a controlling situation. And if a person is willing to be like, you know what, yes, I'll submit to that. And again, there are some people who love relationships like that, as
Yeah.
far as like the dominance and me being submissive to this person, blah, blah, blah. There are people, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But if you feel yourself, because if you're on the opposite side of it, and they're saying, hey, babe, I don't like for you to have your nails like this. And then you like, okay, well, let me change my nails, like, let me not do that anymore. But then you gotta really acknowledge what made you go to the point of expressing yourself like that with your nails. Like, is that like a healing moment for you? Is that like a growth moment for you? Like, is that something you've never been able to do when you were younger, and now you're like, hey, I want to express my individuality, but then a person telling you, stop that, I don't like that.
Mm.
So then, like, what's next? What else are you not gonna like? So that's just my opinion on it. I don't think people should do that. I think it's like, look,
So are you saying you don't think people should change?
I'm not necessarily saying I don't think people should change, but I don't think I should be held to a standard to only change for you, because if you're telling me not to wear my nails this color, if I tell you I don't like the way your haircut is, are you gonna then change your haircut for me? So is it balanced? If that's all I'm at. That's all I'm saying.
I might go to a different barber.
I love that. We gotta let that marinate. Because that was good. That was really good. Like
Really good.
that's a step towards controlling someone's individuality and how they show.
Well, I
up.
will say with my situation in particular that it was a comment that was made, like, I don't like those. And I was like, oh, if you don't like it, then I can just stop doing it. Like, it wasn't a situation where it was like, I don't want you to do that anymore. Like, that wasn't a situation. And then he also came back and was like, I think you kind of like getting your nails done. You should probably continue doing that. And I was like, no, it's not a big deal. Like, it literally wasn't a big deal for me starting it. It wasn't a big deal.
Let me add some more time to my parking, which I said I wasn't going to do.
Child, we at Di's house, and you don't gotta pay for parking.
What is it?
If you have a complex where you gotta pay for parking, don't invite me.
Listen, the chats get deep, honey.
Excuse me, you invited yourself.
Oh, I've been.
That's fine because he saw where we were at, and he assumed. Do we want to go there?
Get into some things, honey. Get into some things.
Stay on top.
Wake it up, wake it up. What do they say in the comments?
Oh, 0:26 was the time? I mean, was the...
So people are saying bingo. Somebody said bingo. I think I know him. Somebody said I agree with that statement. They're talking about y'all.
Okay.
Somebody said
Who
I
is
understand. Y'all.
It's a bunch of...
Y'all had the same opinion.
people.
I understand what he's saying. It's okay to change, but don't completely
Cannot
change
stop
who
having
you
such
are
a payment for
to satisfy
time.
the next person.
Yeah.
Honestly, the nails wasn't me anyway, so it was just something I was trying out.
Yeah.
I just like going to the nail shop and just getting something different. It wasn't like a part of me or anything like that.
Now, he wants to be one of us. Like, I do my nails, I do whatever. Like...
Are your nails done right now? Let's talk it. If you want to talk.
I'm talking.
Uh-oh.
Right now, they're not. Then I was in...
Mine's stayed
Texas
so I was trying to
for-
like you. let's call it out. Let's say what it is. Mine stayed done.
Wake it
Yours
up.
stay
Every 2
done,
weeks.
but your
Fuck
man
me.
doesn't like it being done. Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
You
All
still got
right.
mine?
Oh!
Oh, you got one. It's really new, right? Really new. It's fairly new. Like, I mean.
All right, we're not here to talk about my relationship.
Oh, no,
Okay.
we're not.
Listen.
But you brought mine into this.
Oh.
So therefore, we want to talk about it. If you want to talk about it, let's talk
Did I
about
or did
it.
you talk about mine?
Oh, no, I talk about my nails. What happened?
I said at least I have one. You said you brought up mine.
We were still talking about nails, right? Still
You
talking about
confused
nails.
still?
I'm never confused. And you will not get me confused on this live, baby, no.
He
But
said
it's
you gonna ride on me,
okay.
honey.
It's whatever your new man likes or my old man
Absolutely.
likes.
Y'all better keep y'all
Whatever.
I agree with that. I agree with I ain't gonna lie, I agree with pleasing your man to a certain degree.
Sexually.
Okay.
Exactly.
Sexually.
Obviously, if I told him, it wasn't even. I didn't have to say anything at all. Literally, he could have left. Said that comment. I could have left it like that.
Mhm.
But I want.
He saw his little nasty nails and then he said something about it.
No,
I'm just kidding. It's
But what
not
I'm saying though is that
nasty.
I
It's
didn't
really
have
nasty.
to. I didn't have to not. I didn't have to not get my nails done or whatever. That wasn't like a request or anything like that. That's something. That was a decision I made based off the comment that he made.
Free the nails. It's okay. We all go through that period where we ain't got them done in a couple weeks. That's all right.
Couple
It's all right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
All right. What else is there to talk about?
I mean,
Let's get into this whole mask for mask and no films. Because, you know, I'm kind of stuck on that. You know, I've been talking about that for the last 2 weeks. And now that we're live, I would love to hear the live perspective. So don't forget to comment in the chat and let us know your opinions and thoughts on what we're talking about. So I made a video about the whole mask for mask and no films agenda being pushed and how mostly masculine men are requiring their partner or their mate to be masculine, right? And I feel like, why is that? You know, why do other masculine men prefer other masculine guys but want them to be a bottom? Because I feel like bottoming in itself carries femininity. In a sense.
It is.
You know? So it's like, do you really want
It's
a
the
masculine?
role that people play.
No, they want somebody that presents masks out in public,
Mm-hmm.
but they still don't mind having a girl in privacy.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just want somebody that presents as masculine.
Right.
Do you think that comes down to the nails too?
Mm-hmm.
Since
Yeah.
we were talking about nails?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want you to be feminine with these nails. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I told them a few minutes ago, don't send me no video and you have painted nails and you doing this or whatever. Y'all can put that together. I just don't like it. It's probably contradictory to what I was saying about the mask and femme stuff, but like, I can be both. I could be mask.
Oh wait, that'd be a great. How does everyone identify to start this home with this conversation? Are you mask, femme, androgynous? non-binary.
All those things I don't get into. Like,
Okay.
you know, it's,
Yeah, me either.
for me,
Okay.
it's like old school. You gay, bi, or straight.
Okay. All right.
Gay.
Okay.
Growing up, I wanted to be straight, but yeah.
Okay. So do you feel like being gay was not truly who you were? Did you ever try to change that?
Of course, to be honest, if I had a pill and I could take, I would take the pill to be straight.
You would choose to be straight.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
I would have. And coming from the background that most black men come from, is
Yeah.
the whole stigma of you're a man, be a man,
Mhm.
that, and any femininity in you is just like, no, you shouldn't be that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I just posted on my Instagram like how I was like, you know, I could begin like, you know, private. I could be that. But then when my brothers or somebody, who?
Oh.
Like, you know.
Okay.
But I feel I can be both. I can be whatever you want me to be. I can be feminine if I need to. I twerk down, yes. But I can be masculine when I need to too. I feel like, and it just depends on your man, right?
Mhm.
Or your partner, not me. And whatever they like is what they like. So like you're gonna perform to that. And
Yeah.
again, that's to the changing.
And go back into it. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Never had that happen.
It's the first time I've ever
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
That's alright. Real raw and uncut.
raw and uncut.
Oh, okay. So how do we feel about that?
We haven't finished.
Right.
You topic.
I told you.
Wendy Williams.
Bouncing, hey.
If y'all want to tune in, what's your
What's my what?
what's your handle?
Oh, Tracy James, TracyJames. Check me
I don't have
out.
a handle, but you know.
You have Instagram?
I do, but it's
Oh,
private.
okay.
Y'all want me
Alright.
to be in my business.
JT
My
Lit.
JTWLIT.
Get into it.
But I really want to comment on that because
Okay.
the whole mask and femme thing to me
Mm-hmm.
is really more so. I understand the physical part of it,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a mental component of that people don't necessarily talk about.
Ooh.
Because for me, I feel like every person in general should have a balance of the mask and the femininity in their mind so they can just be a balanced person. Because you have like straight men out here who won't cry when they're sad about something because it's, oh, that's too gay. That's and it's like, no. You need to have a balance of femininity in your mindset to just be a functional person and not be as fucking toxic as most people are. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if you can cuss on live.
That's alright.
So as far as the physical part of it, I mean, everybody has their own preferences as it relates to what they're attracted to, and you can never fault anybody for that. Like if I'm not attracted to a femme person, you can't fault. I'm just not attracted to them. You know, things have to work when you get behind the broom, and shit got to work sexually. So if it ain't working because I'm not attracted to you, then it's not working.
Okay.
So there's nothing wrong with that, but like. As far I'm kind of agreeing with them as far as like how do I identify. It's not necessarily like I would say I'm a mask, I'll say I'm femme. I'm saying I'm balanced. I am in touch with my emotions. I am aware that I am a man. I am aware what that means. I am aware how that is presented to people.
Okay.
So yeah.
Can I stop? So do you want? Oh, this may be problematic, but
Wake it up.
Right.
this may be problematic. Do you want somebody with nails climbing your back, like long nails? You want somebody with nails climbing your back, like really penetrating you?
No, but again, that goes back to what I was saying as far as your preferences of what you are sexually attracted to. That's why I was trying to break
Yeah,
it down
that's
to
what happened
like
with
the
me.
physical
Mm-mm.
and then the mental part of it. But also I've said this openly. I've said this to friends. I've said this. I'm attracted to like trans men, like, and I know that that's like I'm attracted to the masculinity of it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I am attracted to them. But now would I be attracted to like, again, not trying to be problematic. I love everybody.
Not trying
Trans
to be.
woman, not really sure.
Yeah.
But again, nothing is everybody. It just goes into preferences as you were talking about the physical part of it. But again, everybody should have that balance of the masculine and the feminine just in their mind in general, because it just makes you a balanced person. You need to understand what that means.
Okay. So how do you identify? Do you
I'm
have
scratching my
like
back.
a specific identity? Like, are you masculine, feminine, non-binary?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think I go back to the old school that they were saying. Like, I don't necessarily kind of fall into that. Like, I'm a gay male.
Okay.
So everything that comes with that comes with that.
Okay.
If I'm with my friends and I want to, vogue the house down boots, I'm gonna do that with my friends. But if I'm out with cousins or whatever, and I want to, just be chilling in the cut, then I'm gonna do that as well. But like, I just think
So
it's
you're a
just,
chameleon. You can.
no, just like you said, I'm just a gay male. So everything that comes with that, sure, foul it under
No,
my
I
name.
never said that.
How do you identify? You.
Ooh, okay.
So no, like femme, as.
What's your pronoun?
Yeah. What are your pronouns?
I mean, I'm gay.
Well, I'm androgynous. Ooh.
What's that?
Ooh.
My camera.
No, that's expensive.
It's all right, child. We'll get another case. But I'm androgynous, so I feel like for me, I do have a specific identity in the community. I think I was able to develop my identity because I was free to be who I was growing up. And a lot of times when you're in a family that's more geared towards you're supposed to be a man, so act like a man, I feel like that's when we lose ourselves and we're not able to say, I'm feminine, or I'm androgynous, or I'm non-binary.
Explain androgynous to me.
So androgynous is someone who is not necessarily like identifying as feminine or masculine.
Okay.
Right? And
They present as both. They present as both.
Right.
They can present as both.
Exactly. And androsexual would be someone who's attracted to masculinity.
Now, see, there's so many terms now.
It is a lot. It's a lot.
So I saw a video with T.S. Madison,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like with somebody else. She was like all these terms, like right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get into the like old school, right? You gay, bi, straight,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't knock anybody for their terms, but like I guess that's the
But I feel like honestly, the term started to become a thing when trans became a thing.
Okay.
So for T.S. Madison to say there's a lot of terms, that's kind of a contradiction, right? Because
She explained herself.
Huh?
She explained herself though.
Oh, she explained herself?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like, if we're gonna really talk about it, the terms became a thing when people started to lean more into I'm trans, or I'm a trans woman, or I was born to be a woman. And that's when they started coming up with these labels like non-binary. You may not necessarily want to transition, but you live your life as a woman, So you may wear wigs, makeup, and there has to be some type of identity for you to fit into the community because you don't necessarily consider yourself just gay.
So do you think so you're saying that's something new?
Oh yes, it's definitely something new. I would agree it's something new because where I'm from, you was either gay, straight, or bi, and you were either feminine or masculine.
Now, to be fair, can I ask you where are you from? Are you from a big city or are you from a small city?
I'm from a small town,
Okay.
a little dot on the map in Alabama. So, yeah, I can agree that in certain scenarios where I'm from, you had to be a certain way. But for me, I was able to be exactly who I was because I was raised with a family that was accepting of who I was.
Yeah.
So I was able to be feminine. I was able to dance and vogue in front of my straight cousins and not be judged if they said something. They got their ass checked by my aunts and my mom.
Yeah.
I wasn't like told to not do that. Correct yourself. So I was able to be free.
I'm gonna disagree with that a little bit as far as it being something that's new, because like even like I'm gonna use this as an example so I can say the word without offending anybody. Like think about like when RuPaul's Drag Race first came out. I'm not sure if you were a fan of that show. You know, like how Tyra had like Tyra Mel. RuPaul had this thing, you know, where it's not he but she, and it was like she-mel. And then like that's a term that has been around since like before any of us were here. And then there was another like a very offensive term as far as that too, where you know you would call people like, I'm not gonna say it, but like, you know, so I don't think that's
uniqueness, nerve, and talent. CUN.
No, not that. It's more so on the trans. It's more so like towards trans people.
Gotcha.
So I always feel like it's always been around. I think one thing about it, I'm in marketing, so with the introduction of like social media and everybody having access to everything all at once, I think maybe then that's when it kind of became like a trend of like, okay, let's really categorize these things. But I think it's always been there. There's always been, you know, people who identified as trans. There's always been people who have identified as gay. Always people who have identified as bi. Down low, we should add them to the rainbow as well, because that community is larger than the gay community.
Hello?
But yeah, I think it's always been around. I really do think it's always been around.
It may have been around, like people probably didn't know how to categorize themselves, but nobody walked around and said, "Oh, I'm non-binary." Nobody walked around saying, "Oh, I'm
pansexual."
Yeah, nobody said those things. Those
I
things
like
get popular in recent years.
I like rabbits.
Yeah, I think
because
all
of social
the
media, because of education.
And again, I'm not problematic, but that's just what people who say they're pansexual, they like what they like, right? Just like, I like bunnies. Like,
bunnies? What, bunnies?
That's a different
That's a little problematic.
That's a little beast.
What's the
term?
What's the term?
Bestiality. If you attracted to animals,
now some attractions you need to go to jail.
yeah, that's a bit much.
Some people like horse bunny.
Okay, let's change the subject.
Oh God. See, me being problematic. I'm not used to this little vlog type situation.
That's
so
okay. We're live, loud, and in color.
Right.
And I feel like live, you get a pass. You get a pass.
Live, solid, and in color.
Live, loud, and in color. If you was a part of the whole Queen Supreme Court, you know live, loud, and in color. That's T.S. Madison saying.
Right.
We live, loud, and in color. Okay.
The gag.
The gag is.
The doc.
Case closed. Next case.
Next case.
What's the next on the docket?
What they saying in the comments?
Yeah, read the comments.
No.
All right, so another transparency.
No, you're not.
No, somebody said I like him in the red. He's preaching. Romel
Yes.
I am a preacher's kid, by the way.
Listen, we love the difference of opinions because that is what makes us a diverse group of people. Difference of opinions. We're not always going to agree. We're not always going to have the same perspective.
Correct.
And these forums give everybody a chance to express how they feel.
And I'm going to ask questions that I don't know.
Because this is what we do with our friends. When behind the scenes, we're just doing it live for y'all to comment on.
Absolutely. And make sure y'all like the video, please.
Yes, like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't be bashing us in the comments. Really, please don't.
I welcome the bashing.
Okay, so Romel Price also said, not long nails, you might scratch my back.
Bats.
Sunfire Brown said, hello everyone, love you Tracy, I'm a straight auntie and I have really been enjoying the conversations. It has been very enlightening for me. I started out being nosy, now I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think that can be a transition into after you finish the comments about the Tammy thing.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, hold on. Romel Price said, let's go back to the emotional era in a relationship where, because men do feel like showing your emotions and crying is weak or not masculine, etc.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that. I can get
into it. Read them down.
No, but for me, showing vulnerability was a weakness to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in your partner, if they show vulnerability?
In every aspect of
Or
you want to,
who
like
you talking about?
vulnerability
Who you
to
talking about?
friends, vulnerability to like.
So you being
For me being vulnerable, that showed a weakness, and I don't like coming off as weak. I can't say what that entails, but I just don't want to come off as weak because that's not like. And my friends got on to me about it, oh well, you don't show us like how you really truly feel, and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't like to show weakness. I don't know if it's a masculine thing. I can't say what it is. However, I don't want nobody to have a one up on me. I guess that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
And me showing vulnerability, that's a one up on me. Like, me being weak, you may take that and just be like, okay, let me run with it, right?
So what do you define as being weak?
It's a lot. Me crying in front of you? No, ma'am. Like, why would I do that?
I feel like
You know what
it's
I'm
so
saying?
liberating.
What's the repercussions of you crying in front of somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, people making fun of it.
And then he said people having something over him.
Having
you're a
something like,
crybaby. You weak. Like, you.
but is that a read?
You can.
Well, nobody can read.
Okay.
Well, they can, but I read them back.
Oh,
Just
you
like Tracy
cried.
did in his, like Tracy did in his last video.
Yeah.
Come on. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm ready to look at it because.
Come in them comments. I'm coming right back for you. I don't rise above. I meet you right where you are.
And I used to be like that. Like if you gonna go low, I'm gonna go to hell, right? I'm gonna. But I learned that too from my partner now.
Oh.
Again, not being like.
Oh, let's talk about that. So who's in a relationship and who's not?
I'm single.
So these topics is going
We
on.
bounced it. We jumping.
All over the place.
We jumping. I'm sorry, but I caught that. He said my partner now, so I'm like, oh, so you are seeing someone or in a relationship?
There's no title to that.
Okay.
And there's no title because we spin the block or whatever. So there's so many people saying, oh, y'all should, don't live with me and my guy. Like,
Okay.
That's what me and my guy.
Y'all got to figure it out.
Communication. I've been telling him that earlier. Communication plays a part. What you and him have is what you and him have.
Mm-hmm.
And if y'all communicate that, that's what. And I said this at the bar too. When we was at the bar, like me going to the bar, I'm always gonna get a free shot, right? And it's not me flirting with anybody or I think. It's just that, but he understands that we gonna get something free out the. We gonna.
Well, I need to go to the bar with you, honey.
Okay.
Drinks galore.
Speaking of a drink, I think I need a refill.
Let's have a shot.
Let's do a
Oh
shot.
my gosh, y'all.
It's all over the place. Yeah, it
This
is.
is why this is called Sunday Session.
Right, we just
Sunday
yapping
session.
and enjoying each other.
It's not like why.
Okay, so pour the shots, y'all.
Okay.
Why do we need to have like order or structure to
We don't.
the Sunday session?
This is
Structure
Sunday
to Sunday
session.
session.
Y'all, I'm not talking about
Alliteration.
anxiety. Y'all all over the place. This is too much.
It's not.
Child,
I'm thinking about these comments. I'm thinking about going back to the topics that we brushed over. Are you taking a shot? No.
Well, I got this big bottle. You got the little bottle.
Oh, shit.
It's okay.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
I have my drink though.
You got
I'm
your
gonna
cup
cover
water.
it.
Hot
Child,
water.
yeah.
Water.
The devil is after me. I started back vlogging and it broke.
Oh, no.
But it's okay because I can order Amazon Prime. Be here tomorrow. Matter of fact, we're gonna order.
You got the same.
Cheers.
Same one.
Cheers.
Because I wanted to come back the
Cheers.
next day. It was the only one that was like the next day.
Clink,
Cheers.
clink, clink, clink.
Oh my bad.
Diet's being fancy. He's only drinking water, y'all.
So, Di, what's the next topic you want us to talk about? Let's get back on track.
Back on track. I don't like that. Don't tell me what to do.
Right. We getting derailed over here.
Do people like the raw?
Right.
How y'all like raw? Do y'all like it raw? Y'all.
Oh. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I do.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, I just, yeah.
You had a comment about Sunfire Brown saying oh my gosh, woman. It's very enlightening to me. I started out being nosy. Now I'm trying to learn.
No, so I was saying I love that topic because one thing we talked about prior to the live was the Tammy Roman situation as far as her daughter Jazz, I think is her name, and then when they were on Candy and Riley show, and then kind of we were talking about the difference of generations because I would consider Tammy's in Generation X, Gen X, right?
I'm just looking at it. I don't know.
I'm assuming Tammy.
She's
I'm
in the
gonna say
50s, I
Tammy
believe.
is Gen X.
Who
I'm
are
gonna
y'all
say
talking
she's-
about?
Tammy Roman. I'm gonna say she's Gen X. So how Gen X was a different time, and how there was a clip that's resurfaced of Tammy Roman when she was on the Real World back in the day when she was volunteering. It was either at a HIV clinic or a gay clinic. It was something along those lines, and I think the clip was maybe they were at a reunion for the Real World, and she looked at her castmate who had HIV at the time, and she was saying how she, didn't want her to come back home because she thought she would have like AIDS or something like that. So the kind of conversation that we were talking about was how that was a different time, and how they thought at that time versus kind of today's world and the information that we have. So you want to talk about kind of like what you were saying about that subject?
Yeah, I think like back then it was like a huge stigma. It was an epidemic. It was like a whole AIDS epidemic back then, where if you were gay, you probably got AIDS. If you had AIDS, then you probably are gonna die. That's how people looked at it. That's how I thought about it when I was younger. I didn't want to be gay, and I didn't want nobody to know I was gay. And every time I had sex or I messed around with somebody, I always felt like I got it. I got AIDS now.
We're not gonna talk about that.
So I feel like
strong.
nobody thinks that way now. But it's taken years, and there's still people that think that, but like it's taken years for that to like, people to be more educated with, gays and, HIV and stuff like that. And obviously there's people living with HIV and has been living with it for decades.
Yeah.
So it's not what it was back then, where if you got it, more than likely you're gonna pass away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna take it that serious, but my mom still can't relate to like, she can't say boyfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
She can't say, oh, you and your boyfriend. She'll say you and your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like she still can't. I guess she still can't wrap her head around that part of being like just being gay or whatever. She accepts me for who I am, and she loves me, of course. But she still can't say like, oh, you and your boyfriend.
I think my mom probably say that friend too. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I can definitely hear her say friend. I can't hear her saying boyfriend. So she probably say the same thing.
My mom
definitely accepts me. Like it's not an issue. Like it's
right,
never
and my mom too. But she can't say boyfriend. Those words can't come out her mouth.
I feel like we have to bring people up to speed. We can't give them a pass because of how they were brought up, because you're living in today's time. And evolving is a beautiful thing. And if you have a son or a daughter who has a same-sex relationship, there shouldn't be a reason why you can't say your boyfriend or your girlfriend, because that's what it is. Don't diminish my relationship because of what you feel. If I show up with my boyfriend, I expect for my boyfriend to be acknowledged as my boyfriend, not as my friend. Because this is not my friend, this is my boyfriend. So I think a lot of times, us as gay individuals, we give people passes that we love for their, I don't want to say ignorance, but their lack of knowledge of who we are. But if you love me, you should want to know and communicate with me the way I live my life, and not just because you're stuck in your old ways. And I say that because I had a comment in my last video about old school way of thinking. And a lot of times the trauma that we face as gay people is stemmed from how we were brought up. And we shouldn't continue to carry that if we don't live that way in our fullness. So if we're with our friends and this is our boyfriend, that's how we're dressed, we should be able to go to our family and still feel that same acceptance. I shouldn't have to adjust because I'm with my family.
Do you think that's the same thing for mask and femme?
I do. I feel like with the whole mask and femme thing, my whole point of that conversation was not to make anybody's preference change. Yeah. It was just to raise awareness to why you feel that this is acceptable. And I said, I feel like most people want mask for mask relationships because it's more socially accepted. You can go home with your masculine boyfriend and people not assume that y'all are together, and they can say, oh, they're friends and it'd be okay because y'all both masculine. No. If I have a feminine boyfriend and if I'm attracted,
fucking man.
Right, exactly. That's my boyfriend, and you're gonna respect him as that. I don't care because you grew up in the 70s and this is the way it was. No, you're in 2025 now. This is my boyfriend, and that's what it is. Like, I'm not gonna accept that whole, I can't call him your boyfriend. Well, that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, this is my last topic, and then you have to go. But I'm gonna say I agree with that. But also there comes a point where you gotta stop making sacrifices to please that person, whatever that family member is. Because at the end of the day, if the thing about it, and this is the thing I hate because people don't talk about this part. When we're little, our family know we be gay. Like they know, they see the switch, they see the whatever it is, they see it. But what they do is they try to stop it right there because they think they can. So when you grow up and reveal this deep dark secret that nobody knew, and they say, I can accept you, but I can't accept everybody else, or I can't call this person your boyfriend or whatever, your girlfriend. It's not just men, it's women as well.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a cop-out, and I feel like that is us pacifying them, because at the end of the day, unfortunately, we have taken on the role of raising our parents and changing our parents' ideologies as it relates to what gay is.
Mm-hmm.
So even with the Jazz and Tammy situation, because I really want to go back to the topic, Jazz, you 30 years old, about to graduate from college. You were the one in those classrooms taking those tests. You was the one turning in your assignments. You are the one that got you through college.
Mm-hmm.
If you are with somebody and this is your girlfriend, I don't care if it's new, old, whatever. Why am I pacifying you when this is my graduation and this is somebody who is important to me in this moment that I want at my graduation? Because regardless of it, if you graduate from high school, if you graduate from college, if you're graduating with a master's degree, doctorate degree, whatever it is, medical school, like this is a milestone for you.
Yes.
So I want people there that is there for me completely. And what does this person here, just because she's another woman, have to do with you being here to support me?
Exactly.
So I don't like that part of it. It's really uncomfortable sometimes, but I think what we have to do as a community is really just decide, be like, look, either you with it or you not, but I'm not gonna move in a way that is gonna make you comfortable, because this is real life. I think about it often. Like I often think about it. Like if I got married, I'd be like, how would I feel kissing like my husband like in front of family members? I would feel uncomfortable. And it's like, why would you feel uncomfortable at your wedding kissing your new husband?
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to make other people feel comfortable.
So how would you have
And
that
we fall into that
conversation?
trap.
How would you have that conversation with your mom, right? So my mom, like I said, she doesn't boyfriend. She's not, and then if you married, husband.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna have that conversation with your mom without disrespecting her or making her feel some type of way?
But at what point is it disrespecting you?
A conflict that you have with your mom?
No. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say to my mom.
So I don't have that conflict with my mom. Like my mom, I think she just, like she's just set in her ways, and she just say friend. She don't say friend as in she knows it's my boyfriend. Like she'll know it's my boyfriend.
Right.
That's just how she talk. She would say friend. When it comes to like gay stuff, like obviously my female my sisters and stuff like that, she's not gonna say friend, or my brother, she's not gonna say friend, but that's just how we categorize it. But my whole family, I literally, my ex, they met my family, so he knows my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't feel uncomfortable kissing my dude in front of my family at all.
Yeah.
Either you with it or you're not.
Hello.
I'm not here to please nobody. It is.
Are you gonna love me regardless or what?
Exactly, like, and they will. Like, I know it, my family will, so that's why
No, I know my mom will.
Yeah. But even my family will too, so like, yeah, so, yeah.
Okay, what are they saying in the comments?
Crispy Glitter asks if we knew the Maslins. Yes, we do.
Y'all know we know the man's ones.
I'm thinking she probably just on my page.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah.
forgot.
So why?
Because I never started her name before. The
Oh.
Maslins, Brian and Alec.
Yeah.
Sunfire Brown also said, one thing I don't appreciate is being called fish.
As a woman, okay, I can accept that.
I'm trying to say, I feel like I said that. I mean,
You didn't.
I honestly feel like that term shouldn't be spoken to actual women. Like,
Yeah.
it should be amongst the gays. Like,
Correct.
that should be a term,
Correct.
like, and it's not a bad term. Honestly, it's not meant to be derogative, but honestly, it shouldn't be spoken to.
But I can see why women take offense to
absolutely.
that.
And I feel like
Because it's like fish is in the straight world, that's a negative thing. Like you smell a certain way, or
But that's not what it is. If you're unsure about that, but
yeah. But I can accept that. Like as a woman, biological woman, you don't want to be called fish. Fair. And I've never called a woman fish. If anything, yeah.
yeah, I think some people that's just not. It's never been your vocabulary.
Right.
OMG says, standing your truth, I will admit the alphabet gang is too much for me these days. I ain't gonna lie, too many additives and too many additives to LGBTQ. Take no offense. No offense. Sunfire Brown says, let's face it, there is prejudice in every damn thing we do. On dark skin, let's start there. Yep.
Yeah.
I've been watching the Maslins for 3 years. I am so glad that the universe lined you guys up together. Aww. Yeah, see her. She said her live. Your live just came to my feed. You got know the Maslins.
Okay. What's her name?
Crispy Glitter.
Hi, Crispy Glitter. Sorry if I
Oh, and Sunfire Brown said, I think that's because boys were taught not to cry and were reprimanded for doing so. As far as like you saying you don't want to cry and be vulnerable.
Well, I disagree with that because I was not taught not to cry.
But generally, boys are taught not to cry.
I mean, I wasn't
And
taught
to be tough,
not
and
to
be tough.
cry.
Yeah.
Generally, guys are.
I think I agree to disagree.
Because baby, I was a crier, honey. But I will say that my mom was not as emotional. Like when I cried, it wasn't like she coddled me. It was like, let's fix it. You know, I don't want to see you in this vulnerable state because I know that you're hurting.
And that's the appropriate way to handle it.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. So I agree with that to a certain degree. You know.
But you can call me Sam. Sam says, I think being emotionally vulnerable is a weakness among some communities. We have defined being strong as lack of emotion and absolutely no crying, when in actuality, someone who shows emotion is
Very
more
strong.
relatable.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Very strong.
But it's on your upbringings because for me, that was my upbringing. Like I just don't want to come off weak to anybody, and I've never put myself in a caricature where I say I'm the strong friend, but that's what I took on. So me being a strong friend, if I show weakness, then how am I gonna be strong to y'all? You get what I'm saying?
But when do you get the support that you need?
Oh, strong friends really rarely get that, right?
And that's not fair to the strong friends.
It's not.
Yeah.
But you again, you have to teach people how to treat you.
True.
Again, let's go back to the masculine femme. You have to treat people. You have to teach people how to treat you, and if that's what I am, and what you gonna do about it?
So when you cry, who do you go to?
Good question. Answer: I do not have.
Because that's a lot of weight to carry along.
That is. And I mean, I can go to friends, but I just choose not to. Again, it's the vulnerability or whatever. And that could be that could be less than for me to like, but I just choose not to. I mean, I know I can, but I just don't. That's just not me.
I feel like as long as it's not being distributed in a negative way, some people can handle, coddling themselves and don't need anybody else. Because I'm the same way. Like I don't necessarily need somebody to coddle me. Now, if I feel like it's being like reflected in other ways, as far as like me taking my anger out with people or lashing out or having these episodes or something like that, then that's a little different. But like I'm an earth sign, so I'm pretty grounded, and I tend to lean to what he's saying. Like I don't necessarily, I honestly feel like this is me, and don't take this the wrong way, you guys. But I honestly feel like some people can take a page out of my book and not always need somebody else to coddle them all the time. Like if y'all crying so much, I don't need to. I feel like I don't need to do that because y'all do it too damn much for me. Like I feel like people are too emotional for me.
Okay.
Are more so too emotional, while I'm definitely not the most emotional person.
Okay.
But people see it differently. Like they may think like, listen, you need to be a little bit more emotional. I get that all the time.
Yeah.
So in the same way.
I just feel like there's breakthrough in emotion, especially with your friends. You're able to see a different side of your friend, and you're able to kind of catch a need within your friend and be there for them in a different way. That doesn't mean you gotta call them or hug them or it just, you see that there's something that's bothering my friend and there's a need I need to cater to in a way that makes them feel comfortable. Because at some point it will get heavy, and you will break down and it will catch your friends off guard. But when they're able to see that, it's like, okay, he's dealing with something there. I know that he's not going to accept me just hugging him and holding him and calling him, but I know how to be there for him in a different way.
And my boyfriend has said this to me as in like, so I don't know how that looks because it doesn't present itself to him. And I had to really like think about that because if I never done that, how are you going to take that?
Yeah. And
so to me, that was like, I mean, the same way that you come, you know what I'm saying? But not everybody knows how to do that.
Because think about it like loss, right? If you lose someone that's really close to you and you have these close circle of friends and that is the one moment you break down and cry, do you feel weak then? Because those emotions are still tied to the same thing. When you're passionate about something, when you're feeling deep about something, those emotions are the same as losing someone. So if I can come to you and cry when I lose someone, why can't I come to you and cry when I'm going through something heavy in my life personal? And why can't I show that to you without feeling like you might use that against me at some point? Because if I feel that way with my friends, you're not a friend to me. If I feel like you will use my most vulnerable moments to hurt me, you were never a friend.
Let's talk about it without spoken about it.
I'm just saying, you know, like
if I a vlogger,
if I can't be,
because you're gonna show. But I mean, in our reality, a vlogger is gonna show all of them, right?
Yes.
It's supposed to.
But some vloggers don't. Some bloggers are very surface level.
We're not going to talk about that because we don't want to talk about people.
I mean, I don't mind because listen, I say what I want to say, okay? One thing
but not everybody talk about what they want to talk about.
But that's everybody though.
We're not talking about everybody. We talk about Tracy.
We talking about Tracy, and I'm talking about how I show up for people and how I want them to show up for me. So if you know and you've seen me express things in certain ways, you know how things affect me. So it's not a shock to you. It's not a surprise to you that this is bothering me. But because it's not spoken, it's easy to.
But is that how you come off?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very transparent. I think in certain scenarios, I scale back because I also can see people for who they are. And they may not receive what I'm saying well. It may be like a dismissive thing where it wasn't like that. So, and I don't like that. I don't like to feel dismissed in any way. So sometimes I will not express myself in certain scenarios, but it doesn't mean I don't feel that way.
And I had to deal with that, like, recently, like, friends would be like, oh, well, if I want to know the truth, or if I want to see a mirror, then I will come to you, and if I don't want to, then I'm not going to come to you. And I felt kind of hurt about that, because for me, I want my friends to come to me about everything, right? Who doesn't want their friends to come to you about everything? But, so I said that, and I was like, okay, well, if you don't want the fluff, don't come to me. But that's not not a true friend.
Right, exactly.
It's not a true friend. And so I had to, depending on who I'm talking to, like, I had to be like, scale back and be like, okay, well, if I'm feeling this way about how they feel about me voicing my opinion, I have to scale back and, like, really realize who they are and be like, okay, well, this one, because you can be emotional and I can come to you and cursing you out and you don't like that, but he's okay with me cursing him out. So you have to scale that back pertaining to the friend that you are to whoever. And I had to realize that, like, not everybody gonna understand the real. Or whatever, and not everybody want the real at that time. So I have to like take that on and be like, damn, because it actually stung me because I don't like I want my friends to come to me with everything, but if I'm that person, like, if you're gonna say something about me, you're gonna say that I'm real, right? And not everyone will hear that at that time. They may want to hear that later on, but they might not want to hear that at that time. So it's like, okay, well, figure out what's the situation, how they're coming to you, and then realize that. And that was a big part that I had to, like, realize with my friends. Because for me, I'm always going to be the realist. Like, if you, because this is how I want you to be to me.
Right.
If I'm going to be a mirror, I want you to be a mirror.
Exactly.
I want you to tell me exactly how you feel when I bring this to you. And not everybody can accept that. And it's okay. And it's quite okay.
Yeah. And it is okay that people may not receive you the same way, but I think for me, I don't want you to ever alter who you are to protect a feeling that you've never seen. You might assume I can't take that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might assume I can't take it. So at what point are you being your most authentic self to me? You might feel like you want to curse me out. And guess what? You should be able to do that. And as a friend, I should be able to...
I shouldn't feel no type of way from these conversations, but I am feeling some type of way from these conversations. And
I mean...
Says the person who has no emotions.
God has emotion. You know what I'm saying? And I think that his way of handling it is okay. Like, it's not... I don't want to say he's not emotional. Because that dehumanizes him. We're all emotional people. You may not show me, but I know you're emotional because we all got emotions. And it's okay if you don't reveal it to me ever. I know that you have emotions. And I feel secure in knowing that you have emotions. So when you do get to that point where it gets heavy, I cannot expect you to be strong. I can accept that you're in a vulnerable state right now, and I can be there for you. And not be like, oh, this is new. What the fuck? God's crying? I'm like, oh, there we go. That's another layer we're peeling back.
Hello. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I would love to.
I don't have a strong. My thing is, I don't look at my friends as a strong friend. I look at my friends as a friend.
Ooh.
And whatever you need from me,
Ooh.
I'm gonna be there for you.
Alright, let me read some
Okay,
comments.
let's talk about something else. Because it's getting
It
heavy.
gets deep,
It's
honey.
getting heavy. It's getting real
Our marks
heavy.
are gonna close out pretty soon.
Okay,
Let me
okay.
read through some comments real quick. And okay, so Romel, you left a good comment. We're gonna put this in another voice chat because I actually like this comment, this topic. He said not to control the topics, but let's talk about. I hate when people always judge or prejudge you dating when it comes to zodiac signs. Like I don't care what sign I am, get to know me and judge me for me.
Okay.
So we can talk about it another time.
Another topic.
Okay.
Romel also said to answer Tracy, in my opinion, I believe in safe sex. I personally don't do raw unless I'm married. Not judging if people do or don't.
Okay. I accept that, and that's very fair and very, very smart. But I ain't gonna lie.
Friends,
You like
this is
what
my
you
friend Fredrick, and this is Tracy. I introduced them at the beginning of the video, though. I understand.
Actually.
Romel said, I understand what you're saying, Tracy, but I have learned, especially in the black families, people are going to never change. So I would just say people should choose who to bring around your man. I respect that, Tracy. Just joining, so missed the topic at hand. But hey, y'all. Hey, Asia. I never did the introduction from him in the red shirt, but tell him to have a good night and drive safely. I never taught my son not to cry, but I know that people do that and it's wrong. Asia said, for some reason I've had many men cry in front of me. I think I create a safe space to them to express their emotions.
And that's great.
Very motherly and nurturing.
Very much so.
Romel said, I will say as a kid and now at 26, I've always been in tune with my emotions and crying, etc. But certain things will make me cry and others doesn't. Other stuff doesn't. I'm tired of being a strong friend, not gonna lie. Tracy will talk and put names out there. That's why I love him. That's that Aries fire, honey.
I mean, hey.
Are you an Aries?
I'm an Aries. April 17th.
April 22nd.
Really?
I'm on
You're
the
Taurus.
cusp. I am.
Taurus gang in the building.
Asia said, as a Capricorn, we are usually perceived as being emotional.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. We don't want to talk about that. That's another
Anyways,
time.
alright, you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. Make sure you like the video for sure. If you're new here, consider subscribing. My name is Di, and I upload videos every week.
Yeah. My handle on Instagram is Fredster, FRED_STER.
Period.
That's the only thing, but I'm private, so I'm gonna have to accept you. But that's okay. I accept everybody for who they are.
There you go.
I accept you for who you are.
Acceptance, honey. That's the word of the night. Acceptance.
Ooh,
Bye,
and those
randoms.
assumptions.
Let me put your title of your thing.
Let me make sure.
I can't edit from here? Oh, that's not.
Ooh, that was good.
Really? It was.
Honey, I love a good deep conversation.